Todd in Anoka, Minnesota, listening on AM 950. Hey, Todd, what's up?
Hi, Tom. I appreciate you taking my call. Not to belabor the Detroit point too much, but I think having read your book, Cracking the Code, which I really recommend to anybody who listens to you, I just wonder if you wouldn't agree that Detroit is now a new code word on the right wing for what they used to say inner city, and that went to urban, which was just another way to voice their racism.
Yeah, these are all code words for black people. Yeah, and Chicago.
I think that's what they're doing with Detroit right now. Yes, Chicago as well.
Yeah. Chicago thugs or Chicago killers, and it's all. Yes, I absolutely agree. And what it does is, I was talking about this the other day, is you have institutional racism, and go back to that Harvard 2004 study that showed that when you submit identical resumes to big corporations that have names like Letitia versus names like Alice with identical qualifications, Alice gets a whole lot more callbacks for a job interview than Letitia does. And the same thing with housing. Just right across the board, pretty much everything, that when you look at institutional racism, it creates poverty, and then poverty destroys communities, and then white people look at those destroyed poor communities of color and say, oh, this must be because these people are black. And to some extent it is, because the white people have made it that way. But the white people who don't think beyond the surface of it think it must have something to do with blackness rather than something to do with white racism that is keeping black people down. And so they use that to justify their own racism, and then they start talking about in Detroit and Chicago in code. I think you're absolutely right, Todd. Excellent point, and thank you for calling and making it.